I'm not paying back my student loans. They need to learn some financial responsibility. Who the gives $50,000 to an 18-year-old who has no job?
Has any other millennial just decided that they're not paying off their debt? That there's just no point? They're not paying off the student loans. They're not addressing the medical bills. You're not addressing the credit card debt. You don't give about debt to income ratio. You're just deciding that you're not going to do. I don't want a $600 to $700, $800, $900 car note. I don't. I have a 2013 Kia. It's paid for. I don't want that car note. I have decided that I do not need to use my credit. If I can't buy it cash, I don't need to dip into this realm of basically saying you can't afford it, so use your credit until you're able to pay it off. I don't want to live an aesthetically pleasing lifestyle. If that's you, that's you. Hustle culture has taken up a majority of my life, and I don't want any part of it anymore. Chasing the next dollar, I do not want to do. Trying to pay off my debt, credit utilization tools, FICO score, I don't want any part. And I just decided that, like, even when my kids get old enough to move out, I'm like, I'm just going to fucking downsize, bitch. I might live out of a fucking car. Like, I don't even care at this point. They have their whole lives ahead of them. Mine is behind me. Mine is pretty much behind me. And I'm just at the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to participate anymore. I don't want to participate in whatever this fucking is. I'm only going to put into the economy what I benefit out of it, which are necessities. And if it's not a necessity, I do not want any parts of it. I don't need it. And I'm damn sure not going to use credit to get it, because credit's just another way of saying you can't afford it. You're basically living out of your means right now. And that's why you're using your credit until you're able to pay it off. You're using your credit because you don't have the cash right now. And if you did have it, you wouldn't use credit. I don't want it.
Lots of Americans are now refusing to pay their debts. They don't care and like kind of damning the consequences of not paying debt. Okay, so many people say after payment of their debt, that's the end. They might not have anything to hold on to after, for the whole month. So now a lot of them are not choosing to stay, without paying debt. Well, let's take a look at some of these clips. Then I'll come back with more commentary. Credit belongs to original creators of this video. Let's go watch.
Just don't pay your loans back. You don't owe anybody anything anyway. You see, the money that you've taken out as a loan is yours. You created it. If people understood exactly how money works, you'd understand that you don't owe anybody any money. Like, let me ask you this question. When you take out a loan from the bank, where does that money come from? You see, we're sold this idea that when you take a loan out from the bank is somehow giving you something that they already own, and therefore you have to give it them back. But the thing is, when you take out a loan, that money didn't exist until you signed that piece of paper and gave the order to the bank to create that money. You created the money. Your signature created the money. You are the backing for the loan. And when you understand that you don't owe the bank anything because it didn't exist until you created it, why do you have to pay it back? And so they then threaten you with this idea, well, if you don't pay it back, you might get a CCJ and it might go on your credit report, right? Okay. And you see, this is the problem. We're told that debt is a good thing to have, but not told what debt should be used for. Debt should be used to buy assets, because once you've got assets that create money themselves, you then don't care about your credit report, because banks will just throw money at you anyway. So don't pay your debts back. Nothing's going to happen.
If you've been aggressively paying off debt, I need you to pause that real quick. I need you to do this instead. Whatever extra money you've been putting towards your debt, because I need you to continue to pay the minimum payment, I need you to start saving. Whatever extra money you've been putting towards your debt, your credit cards, your personal loans, your car note, I need you to put that money into your savings account. And here's why. The debt ain't going to whistle. You need cash on hand. Okay? And if something was to happen, I would rather you be able to pull the cash from your bank account, from your high yield savings, whatever account you want to put it in, hell, under your mattress, wherever it is. I need you to be able to have access to it versus trying to aggressively get the debt paid down. You've been in debt for this long, girl. It'll be all right. It's gonna work itself out. The market always works itself out. What goes up must come down. But right now, I need you to focus on saving. Saving. If you was thinking about getting a new car, I need you to hold out. If you was thinking about buying a house, I need you to hold out. If you are thinking about increasing your expenses in any type of way, I need you to not do that. Okay? Put that money up. You've been living without it this long. You can go a little piece longer. It'll be all right. All right.
The average American ain't got $1,000 in a savings account labeled as emergency fund. Let's talk about it. I'm not even trying to be funny, and I ain't even trying to act all surprised like I didn't know that, because I knew that was a fact. But let me just say this. If you are a person that is just on the debt side of TikTok and saving money side of TikTok, cash stuff, and you just really want to lock in, before you even overwhelm yourself or stress yourself out about paying off debt and getting out of debt and all this stuff right here, I want you to lock in and focus on saving at least $1,000. The first things that I learned in early college was what they call SMART goals. Goals that are very specific, you know, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic. And realistic is always one of those things that sticks out to me, because a lot of times when we're saving money or when we're doing anything financial, we always set these unrealistic goals, and then we therefore end up with very unrealistic expectations that we place on ourselves, and that leads to stress, and then that just makes you get off track and you just want to just not do anything altogether. I know several people who have actually been on the right track, saved a bunch of money, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere they just wasn't able to save money anymore. They might have had $50,000 saved up and now they have $0. Having a customized, systematic plan will always be the best plan for anybody who is looking to get out of bad debt.
I truthfully just want to know how a country that is fucking $35 trillion in debt has the fucking audacity to give me or us a fucking credit score. Are you fucking kidding me?
So a lot of people were told, while growing up, you have to keep paying your debt so you can, have a good credit score and all that. But it's like the more you keep paying this debt, they never stop, okay? You keep incurring more debt and all of that. Things are just so expensive right now. People can't even afford to live, let alone paying for debt here and there. So they have decided to live with debt all their life. I think someone have said in the comment section one time that that the only way they can live, well in America is actually for them to live in debt. Like so many people are deciding to live in debt for the rest of their life, okay, without even minding whatever the consequences are. Well, let's take a look at the comment section of this video. So someone said, imagine worrying about a credit score given to you by the very thieves that put us 38 trillion in debt. So this one said it's about survival and priority at this point. Food and a place to live, okay? My credit score is bad because I don't have any debt. Don't pay on credit. It's a no-win situation. They want you in debt, okay? You can have, you can have a college degree or even college degrees, okay? Good credit score, good character and work ethic, 10 plus years with your employer, great, performance reviews, and still get followed or fired. Well, the worst credit score I ever had was when I owned everything and had zero debt. The only reason those scores exist is to control your behavior, okay? The credit score system in the US is the most insane system ever invented. Greetings from Europe. Imagine, kind of stressing over a credit score when the national debt is $37 trillion. This is scam, okay? So that's what this person is saying. Rich people don't care about debt. They just declare bankruptcy and start all over, okay? When the ruling class gets, bailed out for causing all the problems, this working class deserve that priority because our labor fuels their entire system. I just got paid today, paid all my bills. I have $34 left to last me 2 weeks. And with that, I somehow have to buy gas for my vehicle so I can continue to go to work. And I still have to buy groceries that will last for 2 weeks. I don't think Christmas is happening this year. And like a lot of people have actually decided to cancel Christmas. They don't care anymore because things are really expensive right now. Okay, imagine having to be paid today and everything is gone. You're paying debt here and there and you're left with $34. Like for 2 weeks, you're going to buy gas, you're going to buy groceries and all that. Like, how are people surviving this time around? You guys, let me know in the comment section. Like, how are you guys surviving right now? Because the cost of living is not smiling at all. We are born just to constantly slave away. And people get mad when you say we should actually be able to live and have a life outside of work. This constant obsession, work culture is sick, okay? I gave up credit over a decade ago, okay? Never looked back. This ridiculous system. The last time anything worked was when USA had a good standard and no credit system in place. Everybody just bought what they needed or wanted outright. It keeps expansions, expectations realistic as well, okay? The problem is that creditors can sue and will. They will levy your bank account and seize your pay and assets. I paid off a vehicle and I was so excited. My score would climb. It fell. I asked and the lady, incredulous response, well, you have no debt, so of course your credit score fell. What? and you need debt for a good score. Like, is that even possible? Like, you need debt for a good score. Okay. She also recommended that not paying off credit card balance each month because carrying over debt month to month will quickly raise it. I laughed. She did it. So that's when she's actually very, she's telling you the reality of things. Like, people have to keep owing them for their credit scores, increase. I'm not even getting it. So you guys let me know in the comment. Government is 38 trillion in debt. They could care less. Why should you worry about your own debt? Okay. Well, don't skip car payment, defer car payment, and student loans. Call lender first. Okay. Although I pay my bills on time and in full, I stopped caring about my credit score years ago. I care more about my cash savings. My credit score continues to climb. Anyway, let me know, you guys, how's your credit score? Is it climbing or is it falling? Let's have that in the comment section. And do you believe that it's only when people owe debts that their credit score goes up, and when they pay off, it falls? Okay, let's have that conversation in the comment. Please consider subscribing, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit belongs to original creators of this video. See you all on my next.